Alright, this is a video explaining how to set up the transfer rig for the data that comes out of the Freemocap motion capture software. Alright, first of all, we only really want the empties, so I'm just going to remove the objects by hiding everything except for the meshes up here in the outliner, and then I'm gonna delete them. So now we only have the empties left. Next, I'm going to append the rig. So just go to where that is. Here's the tracking rig, and I'm going to import the tracking objects collection, and now that's in here. Next, we'll set up the pull targets that help with the rotation of the arms and legs in the Geometry Nodes tab. So let's go to these objects labeled pull vertex, and see we've got different object inputs here. We've got one for the top tracker, bottom tracker, and joint tracker, and then one for the direction for these pull targets. So we'll start. This is our left elbow, so we're going to come over here to the left arm, find our top tracker, which is the left shoulder, bottom one, which is the left wrist. Actually, I think I grabbed the wrong one. There we go, left wrist. And then the joint, which is the elbow. And now our pull target has snapped to the proper position. We'll just repeat this for all of the joints. You'll notice that now that we have the pull targets all set up, the knees are still pointing in a funky direction. That's because all that this geometry node setup does is takes these three positions of these empties and figures out where they're pointing. In this case, they're both slightly pointing over in this direction. That's why I added this offset down here. So first we're going to select this cube here, which gives us the rotation of the body. And then based on that, we can move our trackers forwards, backwards, up and down, left and right. So we'll do that on all of them. And now we can move our knees, say about that far should probably be good, forward, and we'll move our arms just a little bit back to make sure they don't have the same issue. And this will make the rotation on the arms just a little bit less accurate, but it'll make it much more stable so that limbs don't just suddenly snap to the side or spin around or anything like that. And with that done, we can start moving our actual rig. So first, let's take our hip target here, go down to the Object Constraint tab, and select our hip center empty. What that's done is it's just moved our hip to that location, and now we can start snapping our rig. So all we've got to do is turn on snapping at the top, and then have it snap to vertex. And then go to wireframe so we can see that. And we should be ready to go through the constraints. So we'll go into pose mode, and then the bone constraints tab, and we'll just assign each of the IKs to the target that they're pointing at. And that should do it. If you have any weird rotations on the arms here, it can all be adjusted via the pull angle on each of the constraints. And other than that, you're ready to go. You can use copy rotations to copy from this to your main rig. You will have to use drivers for the head using local transform, and same for the location reference for driver, which we also have to set the location of. Alright, well, now we can see it animate. And it looks like it's doing okay. You can adjust the offsets, the pull angles, whatever you have to do in order to make it look right. You can also keyframe all of those things if you want to tweak it before you transfer and bake it onto your main rig. And that's it.